Common mistakes and how to avoid them. Welcome to this video training module on common mistakes and how to avoid them as an administrative assistant. While there are many mistakes that can be made, we wanted to make sure to cover a few general common mistakes, such as general advice and mistakes in the daily work of the executive assistant, presentation mistakes, writing mistakes, and mistakes involving ergonomics. Now let's get started. Common mistakes. Let's look at a few areas where the administrative assistant could possibly make a mistake. Dress code, email, scheduling, time management, and keeping costs down with corporate and business accounts. Dress codes can vary from office to office, but the basics should always include that you wear wrinkle-free clothes that are free of grease or other stains. Some companies indicate that for women, skirts and dresses cannot be shorter than 2 inches above the knees, so always adhere to these rules. Clothes in general should project the image of you as a professional. In some offices, wearing a business suit every day works best. In other offices, for women, casual pants and a nice top can work. For men, a tie may not be required on a daily basis. Shorts and jeans at some offices are for off hours and not for work. A typical mistake when working with email can sometimes involve the use of reply to all. If you click reply to all, everyone on the list will get a copy of your reply. If done by mistake, this can be a problem. Always make sure you click reply and not reply to all unless you do want everyone to see the response. Some email programs let you set a preference to ask you if you really want to reply to all. Email hoaxes are another possible problem related to email. If you are suspicious, you could do a search of the message on Google to see if it is a hoax. Be suspicious of any message that asks you to forward a message to all of your friends or to download a suspicious file like a zip file. This can be a way for someone to collect email addresses and other information for junk emailers. When scheduling, do not make the mistake of working in isolation. Get all critical parties together in the beginning to get input and always know who the major players are to make sure that they are included. A problem could be that you cannot find a common date and time where all participants can attend, so checking with your boss is important here. Remember also to send a meeting reminder in case participants do forget. Remind people also of how they should prepare for the meeting. Time management can be the biggest challenge that an executive or administrative assistant has. Be sure you control procrastination when working on important tasks and do not feel overwhelmed. You must carefully plan what must be done and when you will do it. Do not forget to keep an activity list, create action plans, and to keep a to-do list. Next, if you make the mistake of not using a corporate or business account or reward points, you could be missing out on cost savings, with some savings on services such as printing and copying costing 10 to 50% less. The Office Max Advantage program offers such savings and is a great example. When you activate an Office Depot membership, you earn reward points on supplies. Remember to take advantage of many of these different types of programs and to ask those businesses if they carry them. Presentations. When giving a presentation, a common mistake is to not practice or prepare enough. Remember that good preparation and practice contribute greatly to your success. Remember also to think about audience needs. Not having a good structure to your presentation is another typical mistake. Make the structure something like problem and solution, chronological, comparison, or some other structure that is easy to follow. Finally, do not overload the audience. Keep the slide simple. More than 5 words per line is a typical mistake. More than 7 lines per slide is another mistake. Use of more than 2 different fonts on each slide is also a mistake. Writing. It is always a good idea to review the basics of good writing, as writing is a part of the work of the executive and administrative assistant. Let's look at some typical mistakes that writers make and how to avoid them. Redundancies. You should avoid redundancy in your writing and make each word count. Your readers are busy and they want to get a clear message quickly. Here are some redundancies to avoid. Absolutely certain, absolutely sure, actual fact, added bonus, advance notice, As an example, ask a question, basic fundamentals, close proximity, collaborate together, complete finished, complete opposite, 12 noon, definite decision, during the course of, end result, exactly the same, free gift, in the event of, new innovation, one and the same, personal opinion, refer back, repeat again, return again, revert back, shorten in length, small in size, spell out in detail, summarize briefly, therapeutic treatment, unexpected surprise, and written down. Readers will appreciate a clear and non-redundant writing style. Of course, sometimes you will want to emphasize something. Clichés. Some readers will find annoying writing that is full of clichés. These clichés can be overused expressions. You should always try to avoid them if you can. Here is a list of some to avoid. Acid test. Babe in the woods. Behind the eight ball. Cool as a cucumber. Dyed in the wool. Face some music. Gentle as a lamb. Greased lightning. Happy as a lark. Last but not least. Meaningful dialogue. Never a dull moment. Pain in the rear. Sick as a dog. This day and age. Through thick and thin. Tried and true. Work like a dog. Worth its weight in gold. Buzzwords and jargon. Some readers may not understand buzzwords and jargon. Avoid them. Here is a list of some to avoid. At the end of the day. Break through the clutter. Bring to the table. Buzzwords. Clear goal. Disruptive innovation. Diversity. Empowerment. Exit strategy. FaceTime. Globalization. Going forward. Grow. Headlights. Holistic approach. Impact. Leverage. Peel the onion. Power shift. Push the envelope. Risk management. Rubber stamp. Scalable. Service organization. Talking point. Win-win. And world class. Usage. Some writers misuse parts of speech. The following are some examples. Study the correct usage and review this list to make sure you are writing it in the right way. All right. It's all right to go. It's all right to go. Badly. He very much wanted to go. He badly wanted to go. Cooperate. They cooperate to write the report. They cooperate together to write the report. Data. This data looks correct. These data look correct. Expect. I expect you to be there. I expect she is a good choice. I suppose she is a good choice. Feet and foot. It is 12 feet long. It is 12 foot long. Got. I have a new car. I have got a new car. Invite. I invite you for lunch. I have an invite for lunch. Kind. She asked for these kinds of books. She asked for those kind of books. Less and fewer. This mine has less gold than silver. This city has fewer people today than a year ago. Mad and angry. Pat was angry with me. Dogs go mad. Pat was mad at me. Open. We open the doors. We open up the doors. Sometime. I will have some time tomorrow. I will go sometime tomorrow. Which. He did not arrive, which caused concern. He did not arrive for the meeting, which caused concern. Office ergonomics. An executive assistant can spend much of the time at an office computer or other tasks that can cause discomfort or lead to medical problems. Let's take a look at this topic so that you do not make the mistakes that can lead to health problems. Some signs of discomfort of work-related issues can be loss of strength in your hands, loss of dexterity in your hand, tingling, numbness, or coldness in extremities and joints, difficulty turning knobs, grasping items, and holding on to things. Some of these might result from arthritis or another medical condition, but they could also be related to your work. Here are some best practices to use to avoid those health problems. Do not make the mistake of avoiding to do the following. 1. Adjust your desk and chair properly. 2. Position your computer keyboard and mouse properly. 3. Position your computer display properly. 4. Arrange your workstation properly. 5. Take frequent breaks. And 6. Use proper keyboarding techniques. Sitting upright is a most familiar position. The angle between your upper and lower body should be at 90 degrees. Do not forget to adjust your chair in these ways, such as your seat pan height, the backrest tilt, the armrest, the backrest height. Make sure each is optimal, and in general, avoid mistakes in office ergonomics that can lead to health problems. Thank you once again for watching this video training module on common mistakes an administrative assistant could make and how to avoid them. While we covered a few different areas, there are a lot that we weren't able to cover. It is also important to watch all of the training video modules, as each piece of information can also be used to fix other common mistakes. Thank you once again.